Namaste.
Namaste.
Like a question arises, what then is the purpose of the whole diversity, duality, embodiment, identity, all that?
Yes. To find this out. I would say, you ask here, and it comes from here, to find this out as the ultimate discovery you can make, and thereafter you may enjoy all of this. All of this is nothing. All of this is divine. All of it. You understand? This is not a curse. Discovering yourself is not a curse about the world. It's not saying, oh, well, it's meaningless. It doesn't matter. No, it's not this. In fact, very few. All are here, but how few really understand and enjoy it as it is. All are here. All are here, but how few can deeply appreciate what this is, that this is this also. How few. Sometimes, today I'm walking, I saw some young boys walking in front, and I look at them and I say, amazing how the life force is so vibrant, it's so virile. They could jump on top of a wall as they want. I can't. Okay? Because I cannot do it, I appreciate. Look at the vital force, how beautifully it expresses itself. Okay? And yet we show such little gratitude for that ability, like you're entitled or something. When you suffer and experience difficulties, it helps you somehow to appreciate this and to go more deeply into the deeper truth of what this is also. Life is not just here to enjoy, no, but to discover also, to come into that majestic secret, what really this is. And pain is part of life's gifts, difficulties, challenges, and so on. The mind doesn't like, but somehow something gets processed out of us that you come eventually to see. Yesterday I was saying, we don't appreciate or understand or assess any state until you're coming out of it. When you're coming out of it, you say, oh, wow, I didn't realize I was living like that. Because when you're in it, you don't know. The one who is approaching again, rediscovering, reacquiring the taste for truth, begins to understand, my gosh, the depth of ignorance that is being left behind in being drawn to discover self. And all of it can be beautiful, even what is sometimes regarded as ugly can be appreciated as beautiful if you see from inside. So it's not a dismissing of life. In fact, I don't feel that anyone enjoys life as much as a sage even. Even if you live in a little box, in a shoebox, your joy is immeasurable because it springs from here. Your life is not out there. Your life is here. Your world is here, it's experienced here. Out there is not to be, out there, I don't know, out there is. Out there is also in here, on some level.
I would like still to continue a little bit. Like our essence is limitless and blissful in its nature, but then we find ourselves in very concrete, limited conditions. Like we're equipped with a body which has limitations. We're equipped with senses, emotions, intellect,
Yes.
Citizenship, even whatever. Like so many conditions. And like when you pointed that truth and we can experience it at satsang, let's say, or whatever, in meditation, at times it feels almost like a betrayal, like why I find myself in limited form when my essence is blissful and limitless, but limitations are there every day.
Yes. It is good. Because if you say we are three-aspected, we have the physical form, you have your mental capacity, your beingness, and your absoluteness. And that layer you will call your physical being. It is in time, it is time-bound, and the most limited in expression. Then your mind has a greater field, a wider field, you can say. Also, it has its own limitations also. But in mostly, there is the unlimited place. It doesn't need, it doesn't feel, oh, my body is limited, so therefore I'm limited. It doesn't have this feeling. It's not there. Body, it understands its limitation. Everything in the physical plane has its own limitations. This is part of the expression of the unlimited. To feel, okay, I am not able to climb a tree like I used to do at the moment. I intend to do. I am not able to climb a tree like I used to spring up a tree now. But inside, I am unlimited. Whereas when I could climb a tree, I did not have this. Discovery was not there. I was feeling I was invincible as a body. When you realize the body is not invincible, you are finding something else maybe is invincible. You just have to accept. Some people would like their bodies also to be invincible, to be everlasting.
Maybe the thing is, like, according to my perception, there are more subtle realms which do not have these heavy limitations. So when we find ourselves, like all of us, in this quite a heavy realm with quite obvious limitations,
yes,
is there any purpose why all of us chose or whatever found ourselves in these conditions? Because consciousness can exist in many forms.
Yes.
And there are other possibilities without all these limitations.
Yes.
So is there any reason for that?
Good. The reason is good. Because when the body is limited and something inside is yearning towards, is drawn towards the unlimited, not finding it inside the physical realm, it must find it, it has to go inside to find it. This is our wonderful opportunity as a human being. You may find that, yes, I would aspire to be more unlimited by being in another form, maybe in an astral form, in some form where you may just be able to think of something and it manifests. But it is also still a limitation you'll find. Whereas the sage, with his foot on the earth, he feels totally unlimited. He's not celebrating, oh, this body, if only I could fly like a bird or swim like a fish. No, let the fishes swim, let the birds fly. I am quite fine on the earth, and still something is unlimited here. This you have to find, this thing. I don't find there's anything wrong with the body being limited. It lives for so many years, and then also it must depart or something like that. I don't find anything wrong with it. They say there was a time when human beings were living sometimes 1,700 years. I tell you a story some of you have heard me say. It is said that, I think it was Alexander the Great. He had a strong fascination and was drawn to this idea of an everlasting life in his body. He loved his body, wanted to keep the body. And he felt that there exists a nectar, some amrit somewhere on the earth that could give him everlasting life. And he could not give up this idea at all. He sent all his best sailors and explorers all over the world to find this thing. And after many years, they came back with all types of different things and plants and stuff, but none of it was it. Some good herbs and healing things and so on. They could not, but it wasn't it. He said, no, it's not this, it's not this. Then he heard now that a certain place, there was one place where it is said that this nectar, this amrit is there. So he himself now went off, and for a long time he's traveling. And then he arrives in a certain region, and he was pointed to a farmer. They went to the farmer, and he said, I hear that on your land, somehow you have found this nectar of immortality. Yes, I have. Really? Yes. And they showed him, look, come. This cave up there on the side of the mountain there. In there, I went there once, I saw what you're looking for is there. So he himself went, and he had a lot of containers. And he climbed up. And he went alone, actually. And he got to the mouth of the cave, and he looked in, and he walked in. Hello? What's that? Then as he goes more deep, he saw a kind of glow from some, like there's a light somewhere. He went further, deeper. And then somehow he came into a room. It was dripping from the rocks like honey and glistening somehow. It had its own luminosity. This liquid is coming. Can you imagine his excitement? No. My God. He was running out of breath with excitement. And then he wanted to come and taste it. He put his finger to touch it, bringing it to his mouth, this nectar. And a voice says, no. His heart started to pound even more, He says, who? Hello. Who said this? He's looking, nothing. He said, oh my God, I'm hallucinating. I'm too excited. And he goes back and touches again. He said, no, don't eat it. Then he knew, I know somebody's here. Who said this? Who said it? Then in the corner, he sees a black bird sitting there on the rock. He says, it is me. He says, a speaking bird. He says, I am like you. I came here centuries ago. I was looking for immortality, this nectar. I have taken it, and now I cannot die. My feathers are falling out. I've got spiders in my wings. I can't fly, but I can't die. Don't take this thing. Then somehow it struck him, And he came down, left all his containers. He came down, left it. So the story goes. Immortality is not to be found there. The whole thing is perfect. The whole thing is perfect. This is your time body. You have to find the timeless while your body is warm. Satsang is for that. Satsang is for that. Otherwise, your desire will take you to another region. And you may find, oh, yes, 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 and I have much, much more freedom here, much, much more power here. But still, there's limitation is there. Wherever there is farm, wherever there is time, their limitation is there also. Look how much more, maybe to an ant, you human beings, oh my gosh, you're like eternal. How many years you can live, how much freedom, you can build houses, you can fly, you can do all these things. I have to keep on walking on the ground. To us, yes, but I cannot fly like a bird. I cannot just disappear and show up in China for lunch without. And this is I would like to do that, so I feel limited. But there are some beings who can't walk and have discovered their limitlessness. So enjoy this body. Enjoy the fruits of this body also. But find that thing from which you cannot separate. This also will go. Other things will go.
It's like I still have this nagging, deep unsatisfaction somehow, like that. Just like trying to remember this limitlessness, and trying to observe all the time. Yes, my sensations are not me. My body is not me. It sounds like a bad joke, really. Like
yes,
unless I know the purpose of it.
You have not done it. That's why.
No, I mean.
I am not getting tired of observing. I'm not observing anything. Every day, I'm not the body, I'm not doing it. All practices must conclude somewhere. They must end somewhere. All seeking must become finding. Don't be a professional seeker. Must find. Otherwise, it's not. You say, yes, but if I've got to keep on doing this and I've got to keep on doing this and doing it. Yes, because you've been keep on doing something else for so many lifetimes, even. Now in this lifetime, in this moment also, you can look. Don't say, oh, but yes, I have to do this and then I have to do... No, just start. Make a start. Make a start. It need not be long. Don't waste time saying, oh yes, but then I have to try and keep on remembering to do this, and then every morning I have to get up and do that, and then... No, it is a joy. If you are, I want to find the limitless, but within the field of the limited. We say, yeah, but there are other regions, in other lokas, where, you are unlimited. I say, no, it's not true. Not unlimited. In the mindset of those beings, they will also experience limitations. They say sometimes even the gods are fighting, no? So even they've not attained what the sages have attained. If they are fighting, mean that they are displeased about something. That means they are limited by something. But who feels this? To look and to find, also to find now. I'm not come here to tell you, 17 steps to freedom. I'm pointing something that right now, in this moment, if you're open to it, you may just discover something fresh that can never go stale. that is beyond time. Not that time is a curse, but it will take this. It will take this. And it will take this. Discover what cannot be taken. What cannot even develop even. I am not here to speculate with you. I'm not here to speculate with you. I want to see you discover also. I'm coming here 100% to it. How will you come? How much percent you will bring to this introspection? If you are wanting to have the experience of something, that will be also in time. And it will pass. Even now, we are living in answered prayers, but you forget. You don't say, oh, thank you, that has been answered. No, because more things you need, and more things and more. What will quench your thirst, you see? A beautiful exercise, no? I said to you. Don't just hold inside doubt. That is not wise. At least be open to say, let me look. Then I will try with everything because I have a sense there may be something here. If you don't have this sense, if you just come here dry and for a lecture, then you better leave. It is not going to be anything for you. I am not a lecturer. I'm not even a teacher. But if you come and you say, actually, something here recognizes something, and I feel to go more into that, then you will see. Don't just make your stand inside a doubt and say, yeah, but what will happen if I can't tell you all this? I don't want to talk like that. I've come here to eat, not to study menus. So come, let's come like that, and let's see what happens then. And I'll tell you what, you're looking for the same thing I'm pointing. You're looking for the same thing I'm pointing to.
It doesn't work, yeah. That sometimes the experience of that thing you're pointing at, it just arises spontaneously. I had it many times, actually, at satsangs and without. Yeah. And I'm not sure it's a question of effort, like, I have to look, and it just arises half an hour ago when you start lecture, or like 10 years ago at some other satsang or whatever. It either arises spontaneously, or like now deep sadness appeared, I don't know. It's like, I'm not sure, it depends on what it even depends. I don't really know. I mean, it is a spontaneous manifestation. It's like, it's not...
If it is spontaneous, if it is only something spontaneous, okay? Why did all the masters and teachers of time point it out, share about it, talk about it? Why? What's compelling here? Why is it, if it arises only spontaneous, why is it stayed here?
God knows.
Yes. What has put that power to come and to share that with you? For what reason? If I say, oh, there's nothing you can do about it, okay? Just forget about it. Nothing you can do about it. Sometimes I say that also. Okay? But now I'm telling you, there's something you can do about it. Okay? Because what is, you want me to say? Nothing you can do about it. So guess what? Go back under the tree and eat your apple, okay? Forget about it. Don't go to any more satsangs, don't read any more books, forget about it. Because there's nothing you can do about it at all. Nothing at all. In fact, there's nothing you can do about anything at all. Including trying to find your unlimited self. Nothing at all. Forget about it. The saint also know. This also is true. There's nothing that you, as you, can do. But you're not only that you, you're consciousness. And it's important that you understand what you already are, but you're not conscious of it. It's not we are going to make you something. You are already that. So, what's going to be spontaneous about what you already are? Except that you are going to discover that clearly, like you discover other things. I'm not trying to make you into a better you. You're trying to do that. I'm trying to show you your perfect you. Of course, in the beginning, something comes and goes. As you say, I take this point. Something seems to come and go. Why it come and go? Why doesn't it stay? Why doesn't it stay? Maybe to create inside you a longing. Maybe you're not ready. And it has to whet your appetite for your own self again, like this. Also, people say, yes, I had this, but it went, and how can I be sure it's not my mind? And so, my God, wow. Well, that was strange for me to hear that. Not now, it's not strange now, I'm used to hearing it. But when I first heard that was strange. Because when that arose here, I gave up everything for this. I walked out of my life for this. But some say, yes, but how can I be sure? I say, who the hell are you? To even have a doubt, even. Because it was felt here. I have not found this from anything. I don't know. It was just an innocence. I cannot say that was immediate freedom either. It wasn't immediate freedom. There was a freeing up. Still, naivety persisted. Ego still persisted. But there was a yes there. There was a yes. But the yes wasn't enough to finish. It had to be continued, this yes, responding to this yes. And this, at least, if you are genuine something, it is, even your genuineness, it's giving, it's producing. Grace is producing it even. For as long as you have and retain the idea of being a person, help is needed. Grace comes, helps somehow. You think you can snap your finger, get it all. You could not bear it, probably. You probably could not bear it. You see. So if you say like this, it come. She say like that. You say, yeah, I know this state. It comes spontaneously, and then it just goes. And why to sit here and because nothing I can do about it. I would not encourage that attitude. I would say stay with it.
I didn't say why to sit here and blah blah blah. I'm just sharing my experience out of what it is. That's it.
What you have found so far is that something spontaneously happened where for a while you're in the state of.
Well, it was not. It was partly spontaneous, partly it was by the grace of the Guru that was working with me. So
yes. Just carry on.
It was not just out of nothing, of course. So I can see some relation effects, but still it's like Jesus Christ.
Well, this is India. Okay. Carry on.
Well, basically, if I try to make it practical, there were two main points. One is why I'm here, and second, if you have a remedy to be all the time in that state that you are obviously in, like, I don't know, that were the two things that were making me, like, bringing me deep unsatisfaction a few minutes ago.
You must not give too much importance to that sense of dissatisfaction and to persist with what you're being guided to do. If I felt it was of no value, I would not be here. If I felt that my coming here would just be just another thing that we sit together, we talk, and we all go back to, which it seems sometimes for some people it is like that.
I don't say it's of no value, it's of great value. But it evokes great sadness in me right now.
Yes, why?
I never said it was of no value,
why
right?
does it do it, put of great sadness in you? Because?
Because I don't see it achievable. I don't see how it is achievable.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know.
Did you know this morning what would happen in here today? Did you know this monkey would be sitting up there? Did you know anything at all? Did you know that you will have a laugh? We were laughing at this moment. Did you know anything before it happened? Did you know? You're just discovering. So to say that, well, I don't see how it's possible, I don't think that's a fair thing. It's just also just a speculation from mine also. I don't see how it is possible that it can happen like that and so on. What is possible that do you feel is not so possible, that you come to realize who you've always been, what you've always been? You don't think this is possible? My concern is only that. You discover, I'm not telling you to develop something, there are other places you can go to develop if you want. And something will still continue to mature even against a background of unchanging awareness. Are we all up in the monkey tree or what? You see? But I'm not concerned about that. That is life. That's happening by itself. A kind of maturing will continue to unfold, but the background of that is the unchanging awareness. You see? But to say, well, I don't see how it's anybody seen any evidence of anyone who has done it. I don't know. Why not you do it? Find out.
Yeah, I guess I would like to see purpose of things also, you know.
You don't what?
I start to repeat myself, but it's like, it is this thing and also a wish to see purpose of how it unfolds.
I'm not hearing. You want to come up here and talk to me?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, come, please, up there. You better come and clean it up. If not in this life, another life, you have to come. Sorry, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I'm partly repeating myself, but I guess...
Repeat yourself.
Yeah.
You've been doing it all your life. We're all repeating ourselves.
Many lives already. I mean, there is maybe also a wish to see the purpose, like, of course there is this unchangeable, undisturbed, nice thing out there. But like, we are very different also. Like, you are like this, you're like, is there any purpose of us being here in these forms with certain features, characteristics, equipment, etc., etc., etc.? I mean, like a sense of purpose, or a sense of that it makes sense actually to be here in this diversity would bring more, you know.
You can look around in life. Everybody is being the purpose, in a sense. You can say according to their level of seeing. Each one will feel my purpose is to be here, to have my family, to look after my children, to run my farm, or my purpose is to... People can speak like that at some level. Then, supposing, okay, someone came along that you felt some faith in their word, and they told you, okay, this, to be a pharmacist is your purpose in this life. Nothing else. You cannot be anything else. Just you're going to be, that's your purpose. You happy with this? You cannot be. You may have a feeling to be, you know, I want to be an astronaut actually. Yeah, no. Your purpose is to be a chemist.
I don't get your point.
What I'm saying, you're talking about a purpose. We're here for some purpose. But the purpose itself keeps changing also as you grow and as you become more mature. And there are factors contributing to how your life expresses that you have no control over it. Isn't it? Just like you have no real control over your body, how it's growing, how it develops and so on. It's just an unfolding. But you have the feeling that, oh, I need to know what my life's purpose is. And many people do. I want to know why I'm here. I'm here to save the planet or to contribute to, you know, something or whatever, like that. Isn't that what you're speaking? What you're speaking? Okay, tell me then more. Why do we have all these different bodies if it's not for... We cannot all be here to find the same thing. Yeah, okay. Ultimately, something underneath here. Your meeting place in the human kingdom is never going to be one thing. We're not all going to meet at the level of our personalities, our outlooks, our philosophies, our belief systems. We're not going to find harmony on that level as a human plane. Not like that. You have to go beyond that. Not beyond there, but beyond here. You have to come to the what I call your Buddha nature. And then you will see from the harmony of your own self. And you will be that harmony. You cannot compel other people to... You don't have to look like me to be in the same harmony with me as I am. You understand? You don't have to look physically. You could be a nurse or whatever it is, but we are still in the same harmony here. You don't have to be outwardly in a kind of outer harmony. There's still a kind of a phenomenality about what you are speaking, that somehow it will resemble in some way to look. It doesn't have to resemble in the sense that you speak. And if I can say, I was watching one time a program, if I can just share this with you, there was one man in England, he is there, and he went to university, and he wanted to conduct an experiment in university. And he asked, can I have 30 volunteers, something like that. My number may not be accurate, but 30 volunteers to participate in this experiment. And 30 people put their hands up. From all over the world they come, different backgrounds they come. And they came, and he got them together, and he says, look, my name is so-and-so, and I want you to participate in this experiment, and that you are from so many different cultures, so many, and not the same gender. This is very good. And he spoke with each one for about half a minute. Just talk, how are you, where are you from? Okay, so okay, fine, thank you very much, like this. Can we meet at 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock comes. He gives everybody an envelope with their name on it. Everyone, 30 people have their names on this envelope. Please go to your room and read what is on the paper, okay? And let's meet again at 3 o'clock, okay? 30 people, different ages, different sex, different race, different backgrounds, everything. 3 o'clock, all met together, 30 people together, and many of them are in tears. Many of the people. This is actual now. Many of the people are in tears. Just, the people making the program were interviewing them, and before the meeting at 3 o'clock. And some people were saying, I don't know, I've never experienced anything like this. This man has written about me things that even my closest friends don't know about me. He has written about it. And I don't know what kind of person he is, if he's a kind of prophet or some kind of, I don't know how it's possible that someone can know things that I've never shared with anybody. And some people say this is like a, life-changing experience for them, and all these things they speak. And they're deeply touched. They met at 3 o'clock, okay? And they all sit around, some of them in tears and so on, like this. And what happened? He says, he puts all the things on the table, all the people's names, turn them upside down, shuffle them up, take an envelope. And it turned out all the letters were the same. Okay? All what he wrote was the same thing. Each envelope, same thing. What is that about? On some level, we resemble each other in somewhere. On some psychological thing, something you find you are very, very unique, but something is not so unique. You understand? So, where do you draw the line about these things? I point you only to that inside which you will come to a satisfaction inside your heart. That's all. But the other things I don't want to talk so much about. That it's possible. What is possible? That you are possible. I know you are. I know who you are. I know every single being. I know every human being. I know who you are because I know who I am. Does that restrict you? Not at all. It doesn't restrict me. There's a freedom. Do I have limitations? Yeah, physically I have limitations. Mentally, limitations there. On that level. Is that what I am? Momentarily, it's part of my being, it's part of my expression. But does it define what I am? No, it does not define what I am. I'm just here for that. Not to try and turn you into me. There's no me, actually, and no you, actually, in the way that you think. but to discover that which still allows your unique expression to be what it is. You don't have to resemble the expression, and yet, in a way, you do. I think the miracle is that for so long we have been living in some notion of something that we are not. The miracle is that you can now come to discover what you have always been. That for me is a miracle. That your inmost self has never been impure. That the whole idea of impurity, of confusion, of rejection, all of this is what was expressed through the mind, through the dream of consciousness, I would put it like that. And if no one here wakes up to that truth, the already truth, it is still worth it. I still have to be how I am. I don't get any commission.
You get good reputation if somebody awakes today.
Pardon?
I mean, yeah, you don't get. Does it depend upon anything if people awaken or not?
I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about that. I find you in front of me. And I share from the only true place I can. Even if I talk to you about football and painting fingernails or something, I'm still have to speak from where I am. For nothing echoes that fullness, that contentment, or that joy, that love, but that. And if it goes and comes, lucky you to even have smelt the breath of God once. Because you will not have to say, yes, I believe. You will say, yes, I know that that is. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. We will have some music today? Or let's have a bit of music today. It's good stuff, actually. You can grow things in that. Mm.